Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we're going to do a reading for somebody who is likely in no contact or low contact with somebody that is regretful over how things ended. So there's a sense of unfinished business here. The pre-shuffle is the Five of Cups, indicating a sense of regret or sorrow over how things happened in the past. The Nine of Swords in the reverse in the middle is telling us that somebody feels like after a lot of stress or anxiety, perhaps sleepless nights, this person has found some help or some way to resolve the situation. And this Page of Pentacles is telling us that this is an opportunity for a new beginning or to make things better, make things new, right? So I do feel like we'll potentially see like the Ace of Swords, something along those lines, because I think there's a truth that has to be shared for this, right? Hi there, Ben. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Hi, King Pirate. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you are having a wonderful day so far, that you are happy and well. I think we're going to start with the situations deck and get a little bit more info for you here. So we have pretending, fake, living beyond means, and desire in the reverse. So there is a sense that somebody was stuck in a situation where they didn't really have a lot of, feelings, not a lot of sexual feelings, anyways. So there could be kind of a marriage of convenience or a relationship where people are basically just there to kind of make things easier for them financially. Good morning, Miss Christina. So, sorry guys, Mercury retrograde, right? So we've got a sense here that somebody is realizing that they're basically creating an obstacle for themselves with regards to something they really want because they're okay with being stuck. And we may even see the Hanged Man come out because I think we've got somebody who's changing their perspective. Divine Masculine. We've got somebody here who is seeing things differently and realizing that there's a better life that they could make for themselves. And this is making it seem more possible for this Divine Masculine that they could find themselves in a happy situation. Sorry, guys, I have to have a little sip. All right, let's see what else we have. We have family coming out sideways. So you may be taking another look at your social circle or this Divine Masculine, however it resonates. Remember not to get too hung up on genders because we all have masculine and feminine within us. And it looks like there's a desire to bring someone back into the fold or reunite, right? Somebody who realizes they cut somebody out when they shouldn't have, wanting to have a conversation about it. This feels like somebody who chose wrong with regards to love because it was more convenient or comfortable or conventional. All these C words. All right, let's go with the Golden Lenormand. Yeah, you're right, Christina. It's tricky sometimes. All right. We have the Bear and the Tower. This is somebody requiring some courage. So it may have taken a while to get to this point where somebody could take action on this situation because there is, I think, a lot of external influence floating around or expectations of this person pertaining to an organization or a family unit, especially since we already had family come out, right? This could be somebody who is seen as like the King of Pentacles or like the backbone of this organization or family. And basically having to make a decision that goes against what other people want you to do, which could be to leave, or it could be, you're pulling King Henry VIII and swapping out one wife for another, and, completely changing your relationship with the Catholic Church in order to do so. Something like that. We have the owls or the birds coming out here, indicating that there is communication or perhaps chatter around what's happening here. And then we have the garden. So there is, I think, a little bit of gossip going around in terms of somebody's decision pertaining to this organization or family. All right, we're going to continue with the Masonic Tarot. I love it, Christina. I mean, how about just one beheading? Can we compromise? Just one? I mean, you got to give him credit. At least when he chopped off Anne Boleyn's head, the man was nice enough to ask for the most skilled, what's the executioner in all the land. Like, I think they like flew in somebody from France, something like that, because the France, the France. France really knows how to riot. I think I saw an article that said that they only burned 690 cars on New Year's Eve night, which is down 21% from the year before. Go French people, I love you. Oh, Lordy. They taught us all how to revolt, didn't they? All right, so we have the Fool in the reverse, the Hermit, and the Five of Mallets. In the Masonic Tarot, mallets represent pentacles. The easy way to think about this is when you see the mallets, what are you usually pounding? Sorry, you guys. I'm full of sugar and spice this morning. We've got somebody here who has realized the error of their ways. I mean, look at this. This is, oops, it looks like I'm walking on the wrong side of the world. So I'm just going to pay attention to my intuition a little bit better here. You can see we have the representation of intuition at the top there. This person has changed direction, realized that they needed to make a different decision than the one that they did. And with the Five of Mallets or Pentacles in the reverse, again, I feel like there's like a swap. Like, I chose the wrong person. They are only keeping me stagnant. I know who really should be in my, soul tribe, my inner circle, my family. So I'm going to go get them, or I'm going to go reunite with them. Probably have to apologize a little bit too. You guys are fun. So we have the moon, and this is under the Divine Masculine and the Happiness card. I think there's something that the Divine Masculine hid from many people, possibly even for a little bit from himself, regarding what truly makes him happy, who makes him smile. I doubt many of you have watched the show, but I'm still, like, I'm about to finish it, so then maybe I can move on. But the Cook of Castamar has, like, totally captured my heart. And one of the elements there that is definitely repeated in other, period pieces is the idea of social caste or socioeconomic barriers, right? One person who is higher up on that social ladder falling in love with a cook, for example, somebody who works for the house. There's something here about falling for somebody you didn't think you should, or that you thought was beneath you or way too out of your league. So somebody wanted to just kind of move forward and forget and stay blinded. You can see the blindfold, right? Stay blinded to the reality of the situation You may be dealing with a somebody that has Cancer in their birth chart, or you may be dealing with someone that loves the skulls like I do. I can't figure out why that's there. It's a very unusual depiction of the moon card, even though we do have castles in the background on either side. This is somebody who was going through an unknown inner conflict or battle, right? Not wanting to let people know that it was actually really difficult for them to walk away from somebody. Well, that was graceful of me, don't you think? Speaking of graceful, we have the Empress and Strength in the reverse. And what I heard was, she makes me weak in the knees. There's a feminine energy here that is quite the character. I feel like this is somebody who continually surprises those around her with her courage, her strength, her moral fortitude. Because look at all of the symbols of strength that she's got with her. She's got that mallet ready to like knock your head off. She's got the shield that can protect her, even though she does look like she's a little bit preggers there. And then we've got her foot on a cement block. Like, yeah, no, I'm also like really adept at remodeling houses, just so you know. This is definitely someone who could be dangerous with a circular saw. Okay, this feels like a great time to tell you guys a story about how I mixed up the name of a common tool. So my dad was asking what tool would be necessary because I did actually get into remodeling at one point when I was owning, and I thought I thought he said ankle grinder for angle grinder. So forevermore, that tool is an ankle grinder instead of an angle grinder because that just sounds like really messed up. And here we have her ankles exposed. Ooh, how scandalous. But this is a feminine energy that I'm going to say it. This is someone who taught a masculine how to be more masculine. Go figure. Because this Empress has both, of course. This is somebody who has Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, all within her, right? So she is every woman. But with the Strength in the reverse, I feel like one of the main contributions she brings is teaching others how to be strong in moments of difficulty. When you don't think you'll be able to square off, the foundation, make things fit the way that they should, she finds a way. So we have a masculine energy who did whatever he could to avoid how he feels for this Empress. But when you come out as the divine masculine and then this other person comes out as the Empress, it's pretty clear that you're on the same level and you could even be like divine counterparts, right? You're hilarious, Christina. Good morning there, Mountain Girl. And actually, your typo is rather accurate because I have been a little bit goofy this morning. We have the Five of Cups coming out again. Remember, that was the very first card that we had in our pre-shuffle? Somebody wants to admit to this Empress, I denied how I felt for you. I tried to ignore it. But the fact is that only made me weaker when I thought it would make me stronger. Denying yourself what you really, really want. Sure, on some level, you're talking about self-control, right? On some level, you're talking about following rules, whatever it might be. But when it's something like an Empress that could actually make you happier, make you stronger, then the opposite happens. You end up going a little bit crazy and realizing that you actually need to probably reconsider what you're abstaining from, right? Because this is something that made the divine masculine feel stronger and also weaker. And he mistook that. He thought the most important thing as a divine masculine was to be able to do what is expected of you. But he's having to change that. There's a realization with the Five of Cups that there was something about this Empress that represents basically a missed opportunity, right? The Empress is Taurus, I believe. All right, let's go to the Rider-Waite to get some additional info for you guys. We have the Emperor in the reverse. This is like the opposite of the divine masculine, right? This is somebody who is trying to grasp at control or power, trying to silence voices of others. There's something here about being unwilling to do the right thing, unwilling to do the work, being foolish, right? Because this is clarifying the Fool in the reverse. And when you have the Fool in the reverse, that's like, no, you really messed up, okay? No problem, Crystal. All right, so we've got the Hierophant and Judgment. This, by the way, it is like a little bit stormy outside right now. If you hear anything, it is real windy and it just started to rain. So I think there's a bit of a storm warning for you guys in terms of maybe even just letting you know that this other person is experiencing this difficulty, right? This kind of like inner conflict. We've got somebody who is really reevaluating what their beliefs are, what they think their responsibility is, or what is expected of them, and how they want to basically adjust that. Because with Judgment, someone is hearing the call. We've got these people popping up out of coffins, indicating like somebody coming out of the Matrix, right? I don't have to live my life the way other people tell me I have to. I should be doing what makes me happy and makes me a better person. So this person wants to find a way to reunite with the Empress because she made him feel his strongest and his weakest. But he was too focused on the fact that he was weak in the knees for her to realize that this is also somebody who builds you up, right? Is it? Oh man, I got to tell you, there is something so sweet about yesterday seeing boats on the lake and not having to wear a coat. So enjoy the snow, but I don't miss it. Sorry, Ben. We have the Three of Pentacles, clarifying the Moon and the Empress. This is a little bit interesting, but I'll tell you what I see. So we have the Moon and we have the Happiness card from the Situations deck. And then we have the Empress. These three cards are feeding into the Three of Pentacles. So I do feel like the number 3 is important because, of course, as some of you may know, the Empress is also number 3. Now, all jokes aside, the most sturdy stool you could possibly have would have 3 legs on it. However, I think what happened here is somebody asked another person's opinion on what to do about this Empress. And I don't think it was the right answer. I think the right answer came to the divine masculine in a weird way, like dreaming about you or, lyrics in a song kind of calling them out, telling them you're a fool, you know what you really want. And what does that divine masculine really want? He wants to make an offer of marriage, an offer of love, a new beginning, a stronger foundation. I keep coming back to the idea of strong foundation because this card with the Masonic Tarot is all about strong foundation. We don't have a single person in this card. This is about what is holding you up during your most difficult times. And I think this divine masculine has become aware that what was previously considered to be a good match or somebody that he thought would be there for him was not there for him, does not support him in what he's meant to do, or does not support him in terms of spiritual awakening. So, this divine masculine was potentially dealing with a family member, or I think more specifically, a spouse, because we have a lack of desire here, somebody who has lost desire for somebody. And I think it's because this divine masculine has ascended to the point where the pleasures of the flesh are just not the same without having some really meaningful connection behind them. And if you have started to ascend or become a better person and you're trying to, make love to somebody who still thinks the most important thing is having the most expensive car on the block. Sorry. We've got somebody who knows that they would be able to build a stronger foundation with this Empress because she is a boss. So if that's you, good work. You're right, Ben. And for a second, I didn't see the R. Oh, that's not too bad, Ben. Just a couple of times a year. I think I could handle that. Same here. I mean, it'll snow, but it won't stay. So we have the High Priestess in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. And we're clarifying the Five of Cups, which is all about missed opportunity or disappointment, right? You guys are funny. Oh, hello, morning. Let's walk home. I was too busy making inappropriate jokes to notice your chat. We have somebody here who realizes that maybe they couldn't have foreseen when they made this choice the reality of the situation, but that now, whatever they put into this situation, this relationship, it's not going to be what it could be if they, shacked up with the Empress instead. Oh, I also have to show you guys. We got another skull added to the table. Because, I love me my skulls. The beauty of slowly unpacking your shit over 4 or 5 months. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. All right, what else do we have? We have the Knight of Rings or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Three of Wands. Somebody is taking action, and I think it's considered a little bit, what's the word? Like reactionary, like someone didn't make a lot of plans. I think this is really saying somebody's acting out of character and people are noticing that this person is making choices, you know what I'm saying, that don't really align with what this divine masculine was previously doing, right? Oh, thank you so much, Crystal. I appreciate that. I agree. Let's walk home. So I think somebody's like kind of like thrilled at the idea that they're doing something that people don't expect them to do. Like, I really feel like this person is that King of Pentacles kind of vibe where people look up to this person, like the Hierophant. This could be somebody who has a close relationship with God or really whatever religion they have, and is like a pillar of strength in their community, right? Oh, you guys, do I love this. So underneath the Hermit, we have the Hierophant, and then we have the High Priestess coming out. Now, I know, they're a little unconventional, but don't they make the cutest couple? We've got somebody who is, I think, a little bit shocked that they feel so strongly about somebody that is very different from them. This feels to me like somebody who lived a life based on what they should do instead of what they wanted to do, falling in love with somebody who is like just like a rebel. Like, I don't know, like she's not conventionally beautiful. um, there's something very spiritual that connects these two individuals, and it inspires them both to be better versions of themselves. And I think this divine masculine is realizing that the most important thing is not doing what others expect of you. The most important thing is living a life that makes you happy and challenges you to be a better person every day. So there's a newfound appreciation here that this divine masculine has for the high priestess energy or the empress because she does things her own way and it tends to work out for her. This is like, you know, landing on your feet all the time. She tends to surprise people, right? Hello there, Voodoo. How's it going? We've got Nine of Cups in the reverse. Someone has changed what happiness looks like. They realize that their divine counterpart is someone that they initially rejected or tried to walk away from. So we have the Ace of Rings in the reverse, which would be like the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Rings or Ten of Pentacles in the upright. So I feel like the right way to look at these two cards is this. Oh, you dropped this. Excuse me, divine masculine. Would you like another chance here? Here you go. So another opportunity, unfinished business, right? Another opportunity is coming around for this divine masculine with the person that he knows makes him the best version of himself, inspires him every day, right? Bend and snap. You're too funny. We have the Lovers coming out sideways, indicating that someone has made a decision and it's the Empress. But, like, as in the divine masculine has chosen the Empress, but he hasn't communicated that quite yet. Or it hasn't really made it to the Empress, right? Like if he put a letter in a bottle and hoped that it would wash ashore, it's going to be another couple weeks. So we have the Tower in the reverse. This is clarifying the High Priestess in the reverse. And I kind of feel like this could be the bad relationship. Like there could have been somebody that was not quite an empress, right? Like, I wish I was an empress, but I'm just kind of soulless and crappy and I use people, so I'm not really an empress. There was, I think, a fake empress that this divine masculine thought was the right person for him, but ended up being a little bit too comfortable with her demons, not wanting to fight them. So this could be somebody who is extremely codependent or somebody who has a lot of insecurity. I think one of those for sure. And this person noticed this empress and realized it would make her look like, you know, last night's dinner if she didn't do everything that she could to prevent this divine masculine from choosing the Empress. But yeah, that's the thing. You can't pretend that you're actual crab when you're imitation crab. We have the Five of Rings or the Five of Pentacles. Remember, we had that over here as well. This time it's in the upright. So even though this person really tried to stop whatever the divine masculine has with this Empress, it's unstoppable. It's an unstoppable force. I don't know, you guys. Is it Kipper Skipper Flipper time? I think it is. Did I forget one? I think was it Dipper? Did I not do Dipper? Yes, co-create is much better than codependent, isn't it? We have concern in the reverse. This is like somebody feeling alive again after finally doing something that they really want. So whoever I feel like this is the divine masculine and the Empress. There may have been some considerable distance between the two individuals. Maybe one moved and the other one didn't, something along that line. And we've got proximity coming into play as a form of protection. So you might have, depending on who you resonate with, you might have the opportunity to run into this person. And it is not by accident. It was supposed to happen that way. I think there's a surprise run-in, maybe at a party or some event or something not fancy at all, like getting, more gas for your car and they're buying a Dr. Pepper inside. Man, that would get to me. But we should also take note that there is this community card in the reverse underneath the garden card, and garden stands for community. So somebody has to really consider who's in my small social circle or who's in my inner circle and who should be there. And there's been, I think, an edit. We have family room. Yeah, there is a better family or home situation that this divine masculine is creating or asking for after having been too nervous or too foolish to do the right thing because of what was expected of him. And now he's ready to actually do the right thing. We have mature woman in the reverse. I feel like this is suggesting that the divine masculine has decided not to take someone's advice with regards to this relationship. So it could be like a mother, a mother-in-law, a sister, somebody that wanted him to stay in this state of just remembering the Empress and not being with the Empress. Something along the lines of, we all get married or we all have children with somebody, and then we have, second thoughts or someone else that we want to think of, but we don't act on that. And this divine masculine is saying, the hell we don't. Do what I want. Peace. All right, tell me more about this Four of Wands. Going to the chapel and I'm gonna get married. Right? This is what's Four of Wands. I want to build something with you. I want to have something real. I want to actually have something with your name and my name right next to each other on it, right? This guy's saying, I don't have to listen to anybody else's opinion on what I'm doing. I know what I want. I'm taking you to the chapel. Let's go. Tell me about the Tower in the reverse, please. Yeah, someone put in a lot of work. We have toil and labor to keep these people apart. And it may be more than one person because I do see there are two people in the background. And you know what? This one right here, she looking pretty dirty, which is not an insult to anyone who gets dirty while they work. But I think somebody was willing to do something on behalf of the existing partner or the family to make this empress look undesirable or unattainable in some regard. So this could be somebody who wanted to make it look like the empress already had a partner and therefore the divine masculine shouldn't pursue her, something like that, right? Yep, I totally believe it, Crystal. There she is right there, main female in the reverse. Somebody who is either jealous or just likes to meddle in people's lives was trying to prevent this change. And they only made it, oddly enough, I think they just expedited it. Wah, wah, wah. Better luck next time, or not. Tell me more about this tower up here, please. We have message of concern. Wealthy man in the reverse. So there could be, a lot of money involved in this relationship that is at risk. Maybe there was no prenup. Maybe somebody gets to keep the property, because I am actually looking at a property here. There is a consequence, and I don't think that the divine masculine gives a shit. I think he's just like, whatever. If that's the cost of being happy, that's the cost of being happy. I'm gonna be just fine. Tell me more about the wealthy man in the reverse. This is the miniature Rider-Waite. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like losing something you didn't work for, but knowing that you're going to be able to make it back on your own. So if there were, for example, family members that were benefiting from one person kind of like marrying up and getting a lot of financial benefits from that connection, this person, likely the divine masculine, is saying, that's cool. I'll make my own money. Watch me. Because Queen of Pentacles, I think, is actually this divine masculine saying, I don't need somebody else's money. I can be my own Queen of Pentacles. I can make my own money. And with the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, I agree. This is someone saying, I can take a loss right now because I know I can make it up later. It's fine. I'll be fine. Crystal, that's a dangerous combination, isn't it? Hi there, Shenna. Welcome. I love that name. I hope I'm saying it right. Ben, you're too funny. All right, we've got the 5 of Wands and the Hermit, and I wanted to put it over by the birds or the owls. So there is a lot of chatter and maybe even some arguing over whether or not the divine masculine is doing the right thing. I don't think the divine masculine cares, but we do have the Hermit coming out again. You could be dealing with somebody that has Virgo in their chart. But mostly what I see is somebody who has been able to see the right path forward for them and not really wanting to get too involved in the drama or the toxicity that other people may be entertaining because they're jealous or wanted to, have some sort of impact, right? I just caught your comment, Voodoo. Good call. All right, we've got the Lovers. This is indicating a major decision, but we already know what that is, don't we? And we already know that somebody here is deciding to chart a new course. I'm going to get in a little bit closer. You see how he's like looking out at his dominion like, nah, I'm good on the wand behind me. I know what that is. It's not for me. I'm ready for that new. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and I feel like this is people thinking that this dude's crazy. And that's because for some people, they actually do make their decisions based on money. But this person's not. This divine masculine is like, no, 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 I can figure that out. I'm not worried. With the Fool and the reverse, this is how people are perceiving this divine masculine. Doesn't mean it's true. We have the Five of Cups coming out again. We had that over here and at the very beginning. Five of Cups is thinking about the things that didn't go right in the past, but maybe not taking as much time to appreciate that there are still two cups in the upright behind this person, right? So with the Page of Swords coming out, I feel like this is somebody who is having realization or coming to, you know, reality and realizing they need to move forward. They can still be happy, right? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Mm-hmm. Ah, so you're a threat, Crystal. Yep. Here's our King of Wands. So somebody is realizing that they don't need to stay stuck in this Five of Cups energy. They feel empowered to take action because the King of Wands is a warrior. This is a guy who does not sit on his ass all the time. Like, I'm actually a little bit offended that they put the King of Wands on a throne when in my mind, he's always like going into battle, right? Thank you, Voodoo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know what you're saying. Ooh, we have the Ten of Cups. And I was trying to go over this way. Concern in the reverse. Somebody knows that they can make a happy home regardless of all of this change, even if people feel like they are weak because they've fallen in love with somebody else. They don't care. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, they're sick of defending something for the sake of other people's happiness. And that, my friend, is spiritual awakening. All right, we're going to close it out with a few cards from the Zodiac fortune telling cards, and then I will call it a day. Well, at least for this reading. A woman will soon invite you to her home, and this will bring you good luck. I feel like this is for the divine masculine. You may get an invite from the Empress because she misses you. Successful in big things if undertaken. So this divine masculine is right. May have some sort of financial loss or financial hit. Maybe there wasn't a prenup, whatever it is. But this person is perfectly capable of bringing that abundance back into his life. You have big ideas which you must carry out, and you will be more successful telling the truth at all times. This last one is absolutely about karma, right? If you tell the truth about what you really want and you live an authentic life, you get rewarded for it. End of. That's just how it goes. And I think this masculine energy has figured that out, and it has empowered him to change what he needs to change about his life. Hi there, Patricia. Welcome, welcome. I forget you're in Minnesota. I hope you survived the snow. I hear it's supposed to be like 5 to 8 inches or something like that. And I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I miss the people there, though. That's for sure. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on the next reading. Bye, guys.